So it cut me out, talk about my live ended. It's telling me that I don't have no, how am I on the phone if I don't have no internet contact? Wi-Fi is on. And they just cut my whole video off.
Cut it off.
Yeah, TikTok did.
What?
Talking about that I'm not getting no internet connection. There's something wrong with my internet connection. And they just cut it off. They just cut it off, talking about I wasn't getting no internet connection. This the third day in a row that I done came up here that they keep telling me that I'm not getting no internet connection.
But you was on there just on it. It don't make no sense.
Now call cable. Because there's something wrong with these wires that's not, something ain't connecting right or something. They made me lose my whole audience.
It's on.
See what that yellow card is hooked up to. Because it's two yellow cards and one of them don't need to be hooked up because it ain't hooking up to nothing else.
Well, one of them ain't hooked up at all anyway.
Well, it don't need to be hooked up. I don't know how those cards go. It seems like it's getting cold already. It's just 77 degrees here. And it's going to be a cold winter. Yeah. They've been talking about Donald Trump and his attitude and how he's still mad. And well, you know, let him tell it he gonna always win. But that's how you could tell a loser. Say, a loser always wins. You could tell that's a loser. A loser always wins because they can't lose. Oh no, I didn't lose that. No. They can't stand to win. I mean, they can't stand to lose. And will lie over and over and over again and try to get you to do it again and again and again and again and know that they can't beat you doing something. Because they call sore losers. You know, so they're going to tell themselves that they won just to make themselves look good. And that's how we can tell ourselves lies just to make ourselves look good. You can tell ourselves lies. Oh, I don't know what they talking about. They lying. You know, and know good and well that you the one that lying, but you don't want nobody to know that you lying. So you think by you steady more saying that you ain't lying, that somebody's really believing that you telling the truth? Because if you ain't lied, you don't even have to keep on saying you ain't lied. You know. Either you did or you didn't. Just as simple as that. Either you did or you didn't. You know. And you can tell people that they study and really trying to get their mind together. And you can tell people that it's just existing. They just go along with the flow. you can pick up their whole vibration. And why people think that you can't pick up their vibration, I'll never know. You know, why they think that they so clever that you can't pick up on what's really going on with them, you know. And if you know that you being hateful and nasty and ornery, and what would make you think that that don't affect your wife or your husband or your children? Because you got a nasty attitude. You gave yourself that nasty attitude. You did that. Yeah. Say one thing for certain and two for sure. Say we back to them choices. Because we done made all these choices. We done made all these choices. And now we mad because the consequence done kicked in. So now you want to get mad and piss on everybody else because you pissed on yourself. That's why we got to be careful of the way that we make choices.
You didn't have that, what's the name on it?
What?
Computer thing. The computer was off.
That box?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
The modem was. The modem was off.
Oh, okay. It might have was.
It's on now.
See. So, when I was over there yesterday, I plugged up. I got 2 keyboards plugged up. Why, I don't know. I thought I turned the modem on. I guess I did. And if I did, then maybe I didn't turn it all the way on. Because that modem is old. I need a new computer. I've been having that computer ever since I've been home, and I've been home 10 years. But McGee Bay gave me that computer. And he already done had to give me, I'm gonna ask him at convention, can he give me another modem? Yeah. So, because that's why I say them first 50 years, you know, we learning how to crawl, we learning how to walk. I was telling baby girl, you got to crawl before you can walk. She trying to walk first. No, you can't walk first. They say some babies do walk first. I said, baby girl, you got to crawl before you walk. And boy, she trying to strengthen them legs up. She trying to strengthen them legs up, you know. And then we learn how to walk, and then, you know, pretty soon, you know, 3 years old, it's time for preschool. You know, and kindergarten, and on and on and on. The twins is in the 3rd grade. Yeah. And I just really took an interest in watching how they grow. How they grow when they over here with us. How they grow when they over there with their dad. How they grow when they at home with their mom. How they grow when they go visit their Risa and they Nana them down there in Texas. And every time they come back around, they so pleasant and peaceful. And they know about their Sunday school, and they know about paying their dues. Now, and they know about lying too. Say, people that lie out, that's why they say birds of a feather flock together. People that lie, we all be on one road. We on that lying road. And people that's telling the truth and trying to get it right, they on that road where they telling the truth, trying to get it right. That's a cold-blooded demonstration. So how do you get off of this lying road to get on this road over here to telling the truth all the time? You got to quit lying. And we know when we lying. We know when something come into our mind and we getting ready to tell the biggest lie we done ever told in our whole entire lifetime. We know that. And I sit up and tell it anyway. And with the applause of our brethren, yeah, y'all know that's right. We delight ourselves. Because we really think that we done really did something. And Ain't Big Mo did nothing but told a bogus lie. What they say, a bogus ass lie. Ain't did nothing. Yeah. Say. And when I had to realize that about myself, because say, when lying is the biggest tool for using people. It's the biggest tool for using people because you're going to tell a lie because you're trying to get what you want. It's the biggest tool of using people. But then when you come back around, and you realize, and you have to accept that somebody was using you too. See, sometimes we think we got the whole game working. We got the whole game working. Yeah. We the only one that know how to play this game. Don't nobody else know how to play this game. I got the whole game working. I got everything lined out. But what they say about Trump, say Trump got trumped. Yeah. Even the Trumpster got trumped. There's always going to be a player to come along that's going to play a little bit tougher than you. You can never believe that. You ain't the only one in this world out here trying to get something and trying to gain something. There's a whole lot of these people. Now that's why we be like, ooh, where they come from? Who showed them how to do that? No. They just found a body in somebody's backyard of a baby and say the baby been buried back there for 2 years. So something done happened and that baby done took and died. And instead of them people calling the authorities, they buried the baby in the backyard. Now that was very stupid. And all you had to do was dial 911. You didn't want nobody to know. But they still going to find out because now they finna do every autopsy that they can on that baby, on them remains. They finna find out how many times that baby was hit, shot, cut, or whatever. Drowned or whatever. Two years ago. So that's the kind of stuff I will. I am so glad that my mama was as strong as a braided rope that you climb in gym class. And that the postpartum depression that I know she went through with 9 kids, that she did not hurt a hair on now one of our heads. I was telling my husband yesterday, I said, do you not know how blessed y'all is? That y'all got up every morning, hair all over your head, laughing, hee-haw-hawing, running from back and forth from mama to daddy, and you better not tell. And I know they had a jolly household. Till they got in trouble. Because you got mama and daddy. What more can you ask for growing up? What? Ours was jolly too, but you could tell it was something missing. Yeah, you could tell a parent was missing. See? So, what's the difference? But how did we end up on the same path? How did you grow up like that? Same semblance. My daddy was there. He just didn't live there. He was definitely on Johnny on the spot. Yeah, he was daily on the spot. You can believe that. And some mornings we did get to wake up and see him there. And y'all going to, one day they was over here and all of them, and they got the naming off all that stuff that they got at the church and the young people's choir and the this and the that and then you got to go back for the usher board, and then you got to go back to hear the deacon pray, and you got to. I can't say it, boy. I was almost on the floor laughing. Yo, I mean, they had it down. They knew when they got in that car, they knew what they was going back to church for, and they knew that they had to go back to church. And then one of them say, then we all be piled up on the bench. Say it's always a bench on the back row, and that's where all the kids was sleep. Cause the parents and everybody, the grown folks, they up in there praising the Lord. They dancing and shouting. They ain't thinking about them kids. Kids that fell asleep on the back bench of the church, honey. Say, we didn't get all that. We didn't get that. And how do we end up in the same place? Because maybe at another time we got it and just don't know. Because we got the word of God. No, but we didn't have no car to move around like that. They had a car. My daddy had a car, but my mama didn't have no car. Back then, women couldn't even drive for real. They was barely getting to drive. Because, they was going through the women's lib thing back then. Yeah. So, women wasn't even really driving no car. But see, there's a big difference in how some of us is raised. But some of us still ended up downtown in the county jail. Still ended up in a prison. Because we made the wrong decision. Yeah. I mean, when I was going to go do something with some people, and when they called, I mean, when I was going to go do something with some people, and when they called, I mean, when I was going to go do something with some people, and when they called, you know, then they finding out, you know, after people get paid, they finding out wasn't nothing ever wrong with that person, no way. You know. And so sometimes, you know, you got to pay for what other people did. But you got all these cars out here on these avenues of time. You know. And every last one of them ought to be made to have full coverage. We ought to be able to afford full coverage. So if somebody get hurt, that the doctors can be paid and they can be confiscated for the losses that they done had to make by not being able to go to work. And provide for their family. So now what you do is you tell that lawyer to go after them. Go after whoever them people is that was driving that car and garnish their check and get the rest of your money. That's how you do that. Go after them. You know, because the girl that was driving the car, she ran home and got her husband. She left the scene. You know, she left the scene. Then they come back and they gonna try to make my husband say, go on their side. You know, and I told you, I said you shouldn't have never did that. You know. How you gonna go on somebody's side? You don't even know them people. No. See, but you can't tell nobody nothing. You know, you can't always be cool. You know, whatever happened. Now it's going to affect you. Now you got to pay for that. See. So you just got to be careful on what you be doing. Yeah. For real. All compliments, prayer titles, good words are due to Allah. All prayers are due to Allah. Peace be on the Prophet and peace be on us and all the righteous slaves of Allah. I bear witness there's no God but Allah. I bear witness there's no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is a slave serving his messenger. Oh Allah, send prayers on Muhammad as you send prayers on the family of Abraham. You indeed were the praise full of glory. And Allah, send blessings on Muhammad as you send blessings on the family of Abraham. You indeed were the praise full of glory. My Father God, Allah, I have been unjust to myself, too unjust. No one can grant pardons for my sins except you. So grant me your forgiveness and have mercy on me. You are the forgiving and merciful. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi to Allah. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi to Allah. Chief Eli. Chief Eli. May he be with us all, the stranger at our gate, the enemy who seeks to do us harm, those who are kin, those who aren't no kin, the high, the low, the rich, the poor, the wise, the ignorant. the people in hospitals and jails and children's hospitals, nursing homes, homeless people, people in drug programs, everybody here, there, and yet and everywhere that might be in destitute and need a little help. Even the rich that's trying to find somebody that ain't trying to beat them out of their money. We all need some kind of help. Great people. Allah bless y'all, y'all family, and y'all's friends. Allah bless the president, his cabinet, his family, his friends. Bless our leader, Brother R. Jones Bay, his family, his friends, our prophet. Bless my family, and our friends. Great people.